The president of the Russian Federation is increasingly making erroneous decisions, and Russia is becoming more and more isolated from the world. This was stated by Jeremy Fleming, head of the British intelligence service responsible for electronic reconnaissance and protection of government and military information. He notes that the Russian forces are exhausted and the stock of ammunition is not as powerful as it was 6 months ago.
With little effective internal challenge, his decision-making has proved flawed. This is a high-stakes strategy that is leading to strategic errors in judgment. We know, and Russian commanders on the ground know, that their supplies and munitions are running out. Jeremy Fleming, head of the Government Communications Headquarters of the UK, responsible for conducting electronic intelligence and ensuring the protection of information of government and army bodies, BBC reports.
He also added that the cost of the war against Ukraine for Russia is constantly increasing and the population of the Federation is beginning to understand it.
And the Russian population has started to understand that too. They are seeing just how badly Putin has misjudged the situation. They are fleeing the draft, realizing they can no longer travel. They know their access to modern technologies and external influences will be drastically restricted. Jeremy Fleming, head of the Government Communication Headquarters of the UK, responsible for conducting electronic intelligence and ensuring the protection of information of government and army bodies, BBC reports.
Seeing its failures on the front line, the Russian army is launching mass strikes on infrastructure and residential areas in Ukraine.
The enemy is unable to stop the successful counteroffensive of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kharkiv and Kherson directions. Therefore, it tries to intimidate and spread panic among the population of Ukraine. The mobilization and overturning of reserves by the enemy also makes it impossible to overcome the defenders of our country, reported by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Facebook.
The day before, the Ukrainian aviation and units of missile and artillery troops carried out 190 fire missions.
Attacks were made on the deployment point of the Buk M2 anti-aircraft missile system in the Kherson region and also on the concentration of weapons and equipment in the Mykolaiv region. The losses of the enemy are being specified. Serhiy Brachuk, spokesperson of the Odessa Regional Military Administration, on Telegram.
On October the 11th, the Russian invaders fired nearly 30 cruise missiles at the Ukrainian territory, carried out 7 airstrikes and about 25 attacks of the multiple launch rocket systems.
32 повітряні цілі.
32 air targets were destroyed by the Ukrainian air forces in different directions. These are 21 cruise missiles and 11 unmanned aero vehicles. As a result of the massive missile attack, the infrastructure of more than 10 settlements in the Lviv, Vinnytsia, Dnipropetrovsk, Zaporizhzhia and Donetsk regions was damaged. During the night, the enemy deployed 8 Iranian-made combat drones in an attempt to damage critical infrastructure facilities in the Mykolaiv region. All these unmanned aero vehicles were destroyed by the Ukrainian air forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine.
Since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the Ukrainian army has eliminated more than 63,000 Russian soldiers. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Yulia Bil, UATV News.